All right, so I'm gonna build off of something I said in my last video, and that's about living for today, living now. I've had a problem throughout my whole life of not living in the current day. Usually, I would look back on situation or look back on life. I was always looking backwards and never in the present day. I would always try to live out things, and I would live out things that I didn't get to do like say a year or two before, and I would try to live them out in the current day. But that time for me has passed. That time is gone. But I'm stuck going backwards. I'm moving forward. I'm getting older, moving forward, but I'm stuck backwards. And that problem arose from me just not being able to appreciate where I was at, where I am, and just always trying to I either in the current moment I was focused on how bad something was or things just aren't that great, and I don't want to be in this current moment. I miss the old days, I miss this days, I miss that, and I couldn't just appreciate the current day. And I was looking to the future, but at the same time the it was just, I don't know, I'm like, maybe I'll do better in the future. But then guess what? I get the future I was looking at. Next thing you know, I'm there, and guess what? I'm not appreciating it. I'm looking back again. I'm looking back onto where I was when I was looking to the future where I am. So I'm looking back at that. I'm like, man, I want to go back. That wasn't that bad. I miss those days, and that's been a problem for me all the way up until last year. So now I'm at a place where I'm actually starting to appreciate now. When I'm having fun, when I'm with my friends, when I'm with my family, I look around and I appreciate the time now instead of trying to look back and wishing I appreciated the other time more. And when you do that, you realize you lose time. And when you lose time, then you're really looking back like, oh, I want to do this, I want to redo that, but you can't. But you can live now. Because guess what? Once this time now is gone, you're going to be looking back onto this time and wishing you had done more this time. We're always like looking back constantly and just trying to, relive what was. It's just not possible. And that's what's caused me to be stuck, feeling behind all the time. I've always felt behind other people. Like, um, a lot of people I went to school with, they're some of them, have gotten married. Some of them graduating college, and I've all, I'm feel behind them a lot of times. I've never felt like I was on pace with them. I couldn't appreciate that time where I was at. I was always like, "No, man, I gotta redo this. I gotta redo that," and I couldn't. It's not possible because we can't time travel. But appreciating the current day is just important. It's very important, and it will keep you from feeling like you lost time. That's how you keep, because once you really start appreciating now, you stop wishing you appreciated yesterday. Now there's still like I'm a retrospective person. All right, I still like I miss the old days sometimes. I look back all the time, but guess what? At this point, I'm not holding on to that anymore. I'm not being like, I should have did this, I should have did that. Like, I can't do that anymore. I can't live like that because that doesn't allow me to appreciate now. Like, if I didn't get to do something then, guess what? I'm gonna do it now. If I didn't get to have fun at part of time, I'm gonna have fun now, and that's how you gotta live. Because you still got time. What I mean. You never know when you're gonna go, but you still got time, and that's the most important thing. Is you got the time now. Use the time now to live, to have fun. There's been a mass exodus from people quitting their jobs after the pandemic, because a lot of people who stayed at home, when we were all stuck at home, a lot of people realized how much time they were wasting working their jobs. And some people didn't want to work those jobs anymore, or just waste their life. So they wanted to do more things. They wanted to live I mean, there were stimulus checks, and stimulus checks allowed some people to get more money. Some people used that money, saved it up, started businesses, other stuff, just, did stuff with it. So that right there is an example of coming to terms with your time. And there's a lot of time, we cannot go back. The future is not created yet, and the past doesn't exist anymore. That's literally it. Past is gone. It's not there anymore. It's just only in your mind. And the future is not there yet. We're constantly moving into the future, but we're living in the present. So living now is what we got to do. That's what I'm going to do. It's what I've started to do, because never know when the last day is. Never know when the last day is. And I used to sit there and be frozen by fear of the last day. But now I don't have that fear of the last day anymore. What I have now is just a will to do what I want while I can. And so I won't have that regret that I didn't do something. I'm done having that regret. Why have that regret if you could do it now? You can live now. There's no point in having that regret if you can live now. So guess what? I'm living now, and everybody else should too, while we can. Because you just never know. You just never know. So that's what I encourage everybody to do. Live now. Live now. Live right now. That's it. I appreciate y'all for watching.